A woman shares her story. I am an engineer and was fortunate to secure a position at a prestigious organization. One of my colleagues proposed to me. I am a logical and rational person, not very emotional. My mother and I considered his circumstances. He was financially stable and respectful. Eventually, we got married. He showered me with affection, being an emotional person, but I didn't know how to respond to it. I am systematic and practical, while he was deeply sentimental, even to the point of shedding tears at times. We had a daughter named Monica. She took after her father, affectionate, lively, and full of movement. She talked a lot and hugged often. I disliked this. Then we had another daughter, Bella, who was much like me, calm, logical, and deliberate in her speech. I felt comfortable around Bella. Honestly, I grew to resent Monica's personality. I hoped she would change through my constant criticism, believing she would become more composed. But she didn't. We clashed constantly. I couldn't help but compare Bella's maturity to Monica's impulsiveness. My husband naturally gravitated toward Monica, often calling me emotionally distant. While I thrived in my career, I noticed that as the girls grew older, Monica leaned more toward her father for comfort and distanced herself from me. Bella, on the other hand, was my solace. Then, tragedy struck. My husband died in a horrific car accident when Monica was in middle school and Bella was in elementary school. It felt like a dagger pierced my heart. Losing him was devastating, and I regretted my emotional distance from him. Monica was utterly shattered. Her emotional nature turned into recklessness. Meanwhile, Bella was simply somber. Monica became increasingly withdrawn and isolated from me and her sister. When I scolded her, she retaliated angrily, eventually threatening to leave the house, and she did. I was frantic, searching everywhere for her. A friend's father eventually called me to say she was staying with his family. When I met him, he gently suggested I speak to her differently. He was a psychologist and explained that Monica thrived on love and affection, which she felt I denied her. He said something that stayed with me. "Your children don't have to be like you. Love her for who she is, not who you want her to be." I struggled to accept this. When Monica came back home, I gave her a long lecture on respect, and she cried bitterly. Afterward, Monica became even more reserved. She clung to memories of her father, and I couldn't understand her emotional outbursts. Meanwhile, Bella remained composed and logical, a source of comfort for me. Monica eventually married a man who was just as emotional as she was. He often said, "Mama, you remind me of my own mother." Bella married a university professor, and I was left alone. Later, I was diagnosed with cancer. Bella was practical in her support, praying for me and offering calm words of encouragement. Monica, however, arrived before every appointment, carrying her infant son and bringing her husband's car. She hugged me tightly, and for the first time, I found comfort in her embrace. I realized then how much I had undervalued emotions. Bella's support was calculated, but Monica and her husband's warmth were boundless. Their love enveloped me, and I wept as I reflected on my life. For the first time, I embraced Monica, her hugs soothing my pain. I prayed fervently for more time to finally understand and cherish the daughter I had misunderstood for so long. Thankfully, I recovered. Now Monica and I are inseparable. I feel like I've discovered a treasure in her. Her words uplift me, and her hugs calm me. I've learned a valuable lesson. Love your children for who they are, not who you want them to be.
There is a lot of difference between people. There are different personalities. We must love this difference and not judge others by what we see or feel, or from the point of view of my personality. He is certainly different from me. What do you think? Please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. We are different from each other. Let us get closer. We love you. Your love for us is your support for us.